Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. Always walk back. Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. There's plenty to tell you. Jack's animal fun facts. Jack's animal fun facts. Jack's animal fun facts. It was a risky situation, but nurturing and comforting. That kind Wallaby did a good thing. Then he had a daring idea. Blinky and Nuts knew they had to find Miss Koala and stop those bad guys together. Even though they did a risk, which is go over a hill, wash down a river, they managed to get it out here, continued on their way. Until at last they discovered their hideout. Now for their plan, and that's when Nuts got accidentally left behind. Thanks to Jacko and Marcia came to inspect here, their plan was in motion. Oh, dink. With Blinky's rubber and his left worked like a slingshot, the plan was in motion. It wasn't easy sneaking in. Now to get to the girl's bedroom who turned against those thugs. Boy, those thugs were trouble. Now to put a stop to the trouble in motion. It was a miraculous escape. They stopped their machinery that was nothing but potential damage. Well, there are the thugs. Sure, no more using that. It worked out this time. It was not going to be easy to get out of this mess. But ever since the machine was stopped. Now for Blinky's escape trick. The thug was knocked into the water tower. That did the job. Both of them were. The gang got to the truck as quick as they could. I have a feeling authorities were on their way. Then Blinky found someone.
They told me you didn't want to leave the house. And here you are. I was waiting for you, Blinky. I saw you for 5 days and 5 nights. Oh, Blinky, my baby.
Mother and son together again at last. Wrapped up in a koala hug, which is one thing koalas do here. Mother and koala joeys have a very close relationship. And sure enough, they got on board and set off. So what happened then? Well, it was decided to stay with them since the whole gang decided to adopt the little girl. Through all the other episodes, according to season 1, or is it took, the plan was in motion. It took exactly, several or 8 months here to replant every tree in the forest, which is what they did in the first place. Even though they had to be patient with one another, with him, even though he makes mistakes and with all the adventures he's been through. You'll never, don't guess the way the story ends here. And see how he replanted every tree here. Even though he sometimes has trouble being accountable, he's not as bad as you think. He's just young and has a lot to learn. So don't have any grudges. They work together, restoring the forest day after day. Whoops. Even though he's sometimes blinking, little cheeky fella, but he's sure there's someone to get along with. And that's when, through all these adventures, even though those dingoes was my concern, that is when the month of May came. Even hearing it was just at the school grounds, all the animals were saying, "Hey, kiddos," and she launched. She hasn't marked them yet. And Shifty wanted to get a good look. He's the young. This is the dingo pack.
Oh, watch where you're going, Shifty.
Dingo always causing trouble.
Ah, don't blame him. It was Danny here. He let his devious or tricky thoughts get the better of him. She hadn't marked them yet. What is that thing in his hand? Gum nut glue. Eucalyptus leaves also called gum trees. That's why these little nuts call those nuts here.
Let me try.
Oh dear.
Trying to replace. Looks good.
After studying,
Hold it, gang. Miss Magpie will be here any minute.
Shifty, why don't you go check for Miss Magpie?
Justin,
So you and Black watch by the door. I want to put a touch more glue along the edge.
It's not everything.
But where's that shifty dingo?
Mrs. Magpie came over, just carrying a
La,
book of
la,
ice.
la, la, la. Miss Magpie, I got a
Whoop! He bumped into her, but he'll fix that. Everyone took positions and she stepped in.
children. Shifty's a real traitor. We're going to talk about a special task today.
Well, just about to raise his hand and get first guess. It was not what he think here. Even though Flap is the brains of the group, well, Nutsy looking discomforted. Now, Nutsy and Blinky here have a very close relationship. They love each other very much, and I wouldn't want this to get around, but he did wish there was a koala like him. And when he found this Sheila, boy, these two spend time together a lot.
Have a lovely time here in the school for all your mothers. So, I want you all to collect flowers. I remember, but do anyway.
Shifty got the tube here and was just getting to blinking. He tried not to lose cover.
Organizing this Mother's Day surprise.
You'll understand why he's like that someday. After school, Blinky and his gang went out to have lunch. They were busy talking about this very special event here, but they have no ideas what to do.
Say, Blinky. Oh, yuck. Flowers. What I like about parties is the food.
Marcia told him to stop talking because Nutsy is upset.
You're very quiet in school. What's wrong? I can't help it. It's Mother's Day. I'm sorry, Nutsy. I forgot you don't.
Nutsy here is worth all Miss Koala and Blinky has. The only thing what she could think of is her father, which is what she would be talking about. He's been missing for a long time since the mess up. But ever since those criminals are defeated, and the water tower's knocked down, and defeated which once for all, Blink comforted.
You can stay at my house for a while.
Ever since they adopted her, it was a good thing. But I had a feeling sooner or later, someday, Marcia had a way to cheer up.
We'll go and get some wallflowers. Flowers.
Cheer up.
Something. It'll have to be something spectacular. It will. It'll be a big surprise.
Speaking of surprises, where are we going to get flowers for this Mother's Day surprise tomorrow?
Just follow me.
They decided to check on the mother's gardens. They picked the perfect ones one by one in the mother's gardens.
They're much better than wildflowers, and there's plenty of them.
Mind that caterpillar. Of course, Miss Claude didn't know what happened since the garden looked different after she was finished sewing.
Flowers, Blinky. The only thing we tell you how to get it. Lost.
They were still mad because they almost got him in trouble.
It's like the flowers which no one's got.
He thought.
If they can do it, so can I. Now, who could have taken all of those flowers? Oh, Shifty Dingo. Oh, I better find a different garden.
Everywhere he went, and the other animals in the neighborhood thought he was the one who did it, but he didn't have any flowers of his own. When he went back to the den, well, there they are. There's Danny, his brother, in his hammock. His brother, Meatball, and his sister, Daisy. The kind tree otter type here, mostly. What about Ma Dingo? She doesn't look friendly. Get to that later. Well, just don't mind him much.
There's that Shifty Dingo. Oh,
Later that day, he met up with Nutsy and Marcia, who found flowers in the Australian bush.
hello. Where's your flowers? You've got lots. Where did you find them? Where's the sun useless? The bush is full of flowers. You only got to look. Oh, gee.
But Nutsy knew he's turned out to be good anyway. He found some pretty flowers in that tree, but it bothered Mother Bird and her babies here. Oops, sorry to disturb your nest. Whoa. Nice try. He was just about to give up when suddenly he climbed up over a huge rock and he slid down near. He found a very large yellow flower with being held in the hand of a tiny toy doll. And that's when a male koala showed up.
Mine. You wanted to look at my doll, I suppose. Well, no. It's a lovely flower. Indeed. Beautiful as my daughter. Where is your daughter? I don't know. My memory's not so good since I had this accident.
Ever since the mess up here began, his head was hurt a lot. It's like he's suffering from amnesia. He's trying to remember the whole thing, even in the Australian bush for days. And what amnesia? It's having trouble remembering everything. Sometimes suddenly caused by a bump on the head. Believe me.
What did the flower for? Well, we're having a party at my school for Mother's Day. Everyone's got to bring flowers, but I just can't find any.
Then Mr. Koala had a very brilliant idea.
I tell you what, I will lend you the flowers. Will you really? Yes. I think it's what my daughter would have wanted.
Who could his daughter be? That Dingo Pup knew it was a mystery. Everyone was getting on with the preparations here.
That's some new eyes for Nutsy yet, Blinky?
Well, not yet. Right now, I've got a surprise for Miss Magpie.
Oh dear.
Blinky's not going to spoil everything with a silly joke.
I knew they'd be playing at a party.
Delicious.
Guess arrived.
Wait for the guest to arrive.
Just hand me that bucket of water, Splotch.
You're going to water a flower, Blinky?
Yeah, a real prickly one, Miss Magpie.
Well,
Now, guys, don't treat her too poorly. Now, Mrs. Magpie wasn't all bad. Just want everyone to be on their best behavior, but she always wondered why doesn't understand their perspectives easily.